Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's top story. A massive shakeup in the global economy. The US has officially imposed sweeping 25% tariffs on imported steel and aluminum, sparking an immediate and fierce retaliation from Europe. What does this mean for American businesses, global trade, and your everyday expenses? Let's break it down. The decision, led by former President Donald Trump, aims to revive the U.S. steel industry by making foreign imports more expensive. According to the administration, foreign countries, especially China, Canada, and Mexico, have been flooding the U.S. market with cheap metals, putting American manufacturers at a disadvantage. The goal? Push businesses to buy American steel. The expectation? More jobs, stronger industries, and national security. But here's the problem. Not everyone is convinced. Pushpin critics say this move will do more harm than good. Pushpin industries that rely on imported steel, like automakers, airplane manufacturers, and even food packaging companies, are now in trouble. Pushpin costs are about to skyrocket. And it's not just the US feeling the heat. Within hours of Trump's announcement, the European Union hit back with a staggering $28 billion in retaliatory tariffs on American goods. Yes, you heard that right, Europe is firing back. So what's on the hit list? Heavy checkmark bourbon whiskey, a major US export. Heavy checkmark Harley-Davidson motorcycles, ouch. Heavy checkmark Levi's jeans, yes, even denim is getting taxed. Heavy checkmark peanut butter and agricultural products, a direct hit on American farmers. Europe isn't playing around, and this might just be the beginning. If the US escalates further, expect even more retaliatory strikes. Pushpin steel prices are already up by 30%. Pushpin aluminum costs have surged 15%. Pushpin and industries from car manufacturers to food producers are now scrambling to adjust. Think about this. Everything from your car to your canned food to medical devices, it all relies on steel and aluminum. And when prices go up, guess who ends up paying? You, the consumer. The US auto industry is one of the hardest hit sectors. Car manufacturers rely heavily on imported metals, and with these new tariffs, you can expect car prices to go up. Big time. The aviation industry? Same story. The food and beverage sector? 70% of the steel used in food cans comes from foreign suppliers. That means even your groceries might cost more. And let's not forget US construction projects, bridges, roads, and infrastructure that rely on steel. Expect delays and budget overruns. Loudspeaker economists are already sounding the alarm. Chart increasing Goldman Sachs has increased the probability of a US recession to 20%. Citing Trump's aggressive trade policies as a major risk. Chart decreasing the Wall Street Journal calls this one of the dumbest trade wars in history. Loudspeaker even Alcoa, one of the largest U.S. aluminum producers, warns that 100,000 American jobs could be lost because of these tariffs. This is the big question now. Will this strategy work, or is the U.S. shooting itself in the foot? If you thought this was the end, think again. Trump has now threatened an additional 25% tariff on Canadian cars, a move that could cripple Canada's auto industry. But here's where things take a bizarre turn. Trump didn't just stop at tariffs. In a shocking statement, he suggested that the only logical solution would be for Canada to become the 51st state of the U.S. Yes. You heard that right. Now, was this a serious policy proposal, or just political theater? Either way, the unpredictability of U.S. trade policy under Trump is sending shockwaves worldwide. With trade tensions at an all-time high, the world is watching closely. Will the EU push back harder with more tariffs? How will Wall Street and businesses react in the coming months? Could this spiral into a full-scale global recession? So, what does all of this mean for everyday people? Heavy checkmark if you're buying a new car. Expect higher prices. Heavy checkmark if you work in manufacturing, your job could be at risk. Heavy checkmark and if you thought groceries were expensive now, just wait. One thing is certain, this trade war is far from over, and the consequences are just beginning to unfold. Loudspeakers, stay tuned, because we'll be following every twist and turn in this global economic battle. For now, that's your breaking news update. Be sure to like and subscribe for the latest updates, and let us know in the comments. Do you think Trump's tariffs will help or hurt the economy? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Studio microphone reporting for today's world news, this is William. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next update.